Welcome to Midlife No Crisis. I'm Lynn, and I am so excited to talk to you about more seed starting. We just started our first tray on the last video, which I think was like 2 days ago, and they're already sprouting. Some of them are already sprouting. Let me show you. Look, y'all, 48 hours, and that little bok choy has already popped up. Let's see. It's a white one. There it is. Turnip. White lady turnip. My goodness, 48 hours. I'm just amazed. Another turnip here. Looks like turnips here. God, I'm so excited. A little bit of life right there. What's that, a mustard? Simple collard. Amazing, just amazing. So, if you remember, we did this 72 cell tray on the last video, which again was only like 48 hours ago. And here we are, already sprouting. So I am going to mist them down one more time and put the humidity dome back on. There was a bit of condensation, and get started on today's tray. Okay, let's start by finishing prepping a few of these trays. This is a 72 cell tray pack here. I've got my 6-packs cut into separate. I just like that better. It works better for me. And this tote has my potting mix that I mixed up. I've got 4 parts peat, 2 parts perlite, 2 parts vermiculite. And you see I can squeeze it, and I'm not squeezing out any water. I can feel a little bit of water coming through my fingers, but not much. And then it holds its shape, and that's kind of the consistency that I want. When I prepared the 6-pack, I come across once, push down into each cell softly, and then fill the top up again. If there's any sticks or leaves or larger pieces, for some reason, I just pull those out, toss them over in the corner, and take all those out at the end of the day. Use them somewhere else, okay? But that's it. That's how we'll prepare each little seed pack. And I like to get the whole tray done with the potting mix before I decide to start putting my seeds in. Today I've decided I want to sow herb seeds. It's still January, so it's a little early, but they also tend to do well in pots, and I just thought, well, the bigger the plant I have, by the time it's time to plant them out, generally the more success I have. So cover, push, and then put some more in there to smooth it off. So you want it to be easy for the little seedlings to get through. I don't want it hard or compacted. And that completes the whole 72 cells, okay? Okay, so we're giving cilantro a try. I happen to have 5 seed packs of cilantro on hand. Don't know why I had so many. So when I made up my little plant identifier, plant markers, I tried to put enough information on each marker where I could discern which packet it came from, so I can start trying to figure out if I happen to have some bad seeds in a certain pack, etc. So let's see what I have. I've got just confetti cilantro from M.I. Gardner. I've got a fairy morse, which means I probably picked it up at a store around here somewhere, cilantro coriander. I've got another fairy morse that says easy sow, or so easy, cilantro coriander. And you'll see that these seeds have a little coating on them. I'll show you when I get them out. It just makes it so much easier to see. This happens to be, excuse me, slow bolt cilantro, which has been recommended to me for my area since I live in South Carolina and it's hot here. But this was just a free seed pack that happened to be inside a green stalk that my son and daughter-in-law bought me for Mother's Day this past year. And then this is slow bolt cilantro from M.I. Gardner. Okay, so that's what I have to choose from. Put my little plant markers in, since I want to do 1 6-pack of each kind of herb today. So just a 6-pack. I will probably do 2 of the slow bolt cilantros from M.I. Gardner and 1 of everything else to get my 6. Let's see what these look like. So this, get a little closer so you can see. They're going to roll around on my hand a little, just look like little balls, except they're kind of a light tan color. See that? And I will put 2 seeds in each seed cell. Okay. 2 or, I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna put 3. Right. Here's the first one. And then here's Fairy Morse. Two kind of fell close together, so when I get ready to press down on them, I will try to spread them apart a little bit in the cell. Okay, these are the ones that have the coating on it. Okay, I found my little hand-carved letter opener. My dad used to be a wood carver. I don't know if you can tell, that's a dog on the end of a letter opener. And see if I can get these seeds the rest of the way open. And show you these that have the coating on them. Now these weren't too bad to see to begin with, but there's some that have, like this has a green coating on it. That's gonna make it a lot easier to see, right? A little bit bigger, give you something to hold on to. 2, 3. And green stalk. An open Joe either. Came open pretty easily. 1, 2, 3. One of those shot over into the other cell. It's good that I can see these. And last one. Slow bolt. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'll take my little handy dandy chopstick here and press them down. I believe these said 1/4 inch. Oh, let me check the back of the seed pack. Oh, it says 1/2 inch. Full sun or partial shade. In South Carolina, we're probably going for partial shade because it's too hot. Yeah. All right, did I put 6 in that other one? I do not think I put 6 in that one beside that. Oh, sorry, 3. 3 in each one. Let me get this one. 1, 2, 3. Now, wonder how often I've done that with a seed that I couldn't see. These are big and nice, light color. I knew I missed that cell. Okay. Now I'm just going to do it like that for now and leave it. When I get the whole tray done with seeds, and again today I'm focusing on herbs, I will cover each cell with vermiculite on the top a little and then spritz it down with water again. I mentioned that the soil was pre-moistened, so that's damp but not wet, and that seeds, when you first get them and sow them, they come with all the nutrition that they need to get started, so no fertilizers or anything like that are needed in the beginning. All right, so I'm gonna put the cilantro away, and next we'll look at chicory. Okay, this time we're gonna try to sow some chicory seeds. Now chicory, you know, it's not something that I've ever used before. I understand it can be used as like the roots of it, like a coffee substitute. And I'm sure there's other uses as well. Get my marker here, chicory. So the very first year, which would have been 2 springs ago, that I tried gardening seed, but from seed for the first time, this is one of the things that happened to be successful for me in a very lucky way because I had no clue what I was doing. But it just made the most beautiful blue flowers. So even if I never used it as an herb of any kind, absolutely gorgeous to have. I'm only going to do 2 cells of it because I got quite a few things that I want to get started. And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, if I was going to actually buy a plant in the store, I'd probably buy no more than 2 plants. So I'm just going to do 2 cells in the little seed tray and go from there. Now, chicory seeds, let's see if we can describe what they look like. I have this one little package. They're tiny, that's for sure. This is from southernseeds.com. So there's quite a few in there, and you see, you don't see very much. You can see some singles over there. So just little flat. Yeah, kind of like little flat seeds. Probably want a few more actually, because I really only got about 4, and I wouldn't mind if those multi-sown in the same little cell, and then as they grow and I up pot them before time to go out, I can always separate them then or leave them together. Some of them are light color, some of them are medium, and some of them are dark. So not knowing really what they're supposed to look like, you know, I'm wondering if some of that is chaff or if that's all seeds. But in any case, the first time that I sowed them, which was not 24 but 23, I did it by the winter sowing method in the milk jugs. Oh, it did good. So I probably will sow the rest of these as well this year, but in winter sowing, as long as I have a good place to put them out into the garden, which I have my fingers crossed, but I've got to have a little help spreading some mulch and getting an area ready for that. Anyway, that's chicory. Got 1 cell of it. They are pretty small seeds. The seed pack says 1/4 inch deep. Now, when the seed pack doesn't say anything and I can't see them too well, I'll kind of just pat down the cell and make sure that the seeds in the dirt have good contact. And then, like I said, I'm going to sprinkle vermiculite over the top anyway. And tiny seeds like that, or any seed, they say if you don't have directions on the depth, just do it twice the size of the seed deep. And that was pretty tiny, so I think that'll be fine. Okay, I've got 2 types, or 2 varieties, I guess, of chamomile. Roman chamomile from M.I. Gardner, and German chamomile from also M.I. Gardner. One of them is perennial, or supposed to be. Don't remember which one. Oh my goodness. And these are teeny. Looks like very, very, very fine dust, like literal dust. So I will, this is the German chamomile. I will put a marker in, take some dust and sprinkle it over 2 cells, right and left, and put the rest of my dust back in there. And there's still quite a lot of dust. So there's German. Here is Roman chamomile. And again, I'll do 2 cells. And it's so tiny, it makes me like, you know, did I sprinkle any or drop any? Will any pop up in other cells? This is a darker dust. Still the same kind of consistency, but a little bit darker. And I don't know if you can see on my hand there where some of the individual seeds, if you can even tell. I will take a couple of pinches. These are so tiny, I'm wondering if these are some of the ones that may need light to germinate. Let's see what it says. No, it says 1/16 inch deep. But I'll be just covering it with vermiculite to be on the safe side. Okay. Alrighty, next we'll be moving to Comfrey. Tell you what, I'll just go ahead since it's, yeah, my garden marker. Someone said these garden markers from M.I. Gardner were pretty good quality, so I'm trying those out this year. This is Comfrey. And that's the only seed pack I have of Comfrey. This seed pack of Comfrey, which again I'll do 2 cells, is from Berlin Seeds. I love Berlin Seeds. Their seed packs don't have a lot of information on them, but they have a catalog, and the catalog has lots of information. And they have a website. Their catalog is also on a website. Oh goodness, I already had a marker inside the pack. So I'll put one in each one, the one I made and the one that came with it. So again, Comfrey. Okay, I can see these seeds. All right, so not perfectly round, but they have a little bit of body to them. And I will put 3 in each cell. They're dark color, so I might not see them against the dirt once I get them dropped in. Okay. And see them a little bit. Let's see. Get the chopstick. See if I can poke them just a little. And again, I'll be covering those with vermiculite. And next is Feverfew. Feverfew. Looks like that package is also from Berlin Seeds. Feverfew. And let's see how big these are. Wait, already? Wait. It's an envelope inside of an envelope. That means these are probably, oh my goodness, tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. And they're very light in color. I doubt, can you even see that on my hand? Just barely. Amazing, huh? Look how they harvest these kinds of seeds. Oh goodness. All right, pinch. Sprinkle, and I think I'm gonna have to get some more out of here. I'm gonna hope that this gets a good start because those are minuscule. Do I have any left? I'm not sure. Maybe one in the corner. Leave it in there so I can remember what those look like. Okay, that's Feverfew. 2 cells of Feverfew, yes, and they are so tiny. I'm just going to press down to make sure they get good soil contact, and I will lightly put some vermiculite over. All right, chives. How many packages? Just 2. Okay. So it looks like I have 2 seed packs of chives. Well, actually, one just says chives. It's a fairy morse, okay, which I don't order from, so I'll probably pick those up in a store somewhere. And this one from Berlin Seeds says garlic chives. Okay. So I would like to put those in the same 6 packs. I'm going to move over here. Go with the garlic chives first. Still got 2 cells right here I've not sown. Okay. Let's see what chive seeds look like because I don't remember. Oh yeah, not bad. Little black specks, but not like that last one. They have some body to them. I'll be able to count those probably and try to put 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3. I don't know. I'm thinking I might put more since it's chives. You know how you picture chives being nice and thick like that and growing lots of sprouts. But then okay, we'll put 1 each more. Okay. Here's the garlic chives. And here's the regular chives. From Fairy Morse. These look a little smaller. Okay, so those other ones were garlic chives. These look a little smaller, kind of flat. And a little sprinkle, and a little sprinkle. And then I've got some more to try again. Next, I've got lemon mint. Tiny label. very, very tiny. I probably have, I don't know, 50 or more seeds in my hand right now. Okay, lemon mint. I'm gonna go back and catch these two cells back here that I skipped. And give it a dusting. And a pinch for this other cell. Rest back in the package in case I need to try again. Next, I have one variety of cumin. My daughter-in-law cooks with a lot of cumin. Let's see if we can make a go of this. See what that's like. So take these two cells here. Okay, kind of looks like a grassy type seed of some sort. Those are pretty decent size. Can you see them? Pretty decent size on the cumin seeds. So depth says 1/4 inch. So put, say 3 to 5 in there in each cell. 2 cells. And put those down a little bit. Make sure we got good contact. And next, marjoram. Looks like I got some marjoram seed that somebody has given me. Okay, that's a tiny, tiny little dust. I don't know if you can even see them in the corner there. They are teeny tiny, right? And then I have, why do I have 3 packs that say sweet marjoram? all from In My Gardener. I am not sure. Excuse me, not that one. 1, 2, 3. Don't know why, but I only want to do two cells, so I'll marjoram, and then In My Gardeners actually says sweet marjoram. That's how I'll be able to tell the difference as to where the seeds came from. Now, I wouldn't necessarily throw seeds out just because maybe I didn't get germination or whatever. I would try again. That's why I like to leave some, in the packet. But I've got so many different things I'd like to try. Unless it was something I knew I was going to use a lot of, I'd probably move on and not try that again for a while. If I maybe try the winter sowing method, that was very successful for me and I enjoyed it. I will be doing some more of that this year. But I just also was extremely successful, more successful seed starting with trays like this and a grow light. So I was excited to get that started first, really, before I do my winter sowing. Some of these same things I'll be doing in winter sowing and see which comes out best. I don't know, one of these has already been open. Maybe this one. Let's look. Oh yeah. Same thing. Teeny tiny. So I'm going to take a pinch over each cell and put the rest back in the package. The sticky on the package even has some on them. Okay, what's next? We're going to do Italian oregano. So I'm going to do a little label in. Check out these seeds. Tiny. Okay. Before I even take them out of the plastic, can you see they're all in the little corner right there? They are teeny tiny. Okay. This is Italian oregano. I am probably going to be doing the best I can to even pinch them. Goodness. Wish I knew more what it would look like as a tiny plant because I feel like it's going to be popping up in some other cells like I've used some out of this pack before. It said it originally had 500 seeds in there. But when I say they are the size of dust, they are the size of dust. So that's Italian oregano from M.I. Gardener. Moving on to thyme. I had 3 seed packs of thyme. One of them was just a free seed pack from Greenstalk. Again, I try to keep up when I have multiple types or sources. I don't need a letter right there. That comes open pretty easy. I try to keep up with which one came out of which package, just in case one of them does extremely poorly or extremely well relative to the others. I want to know what that is. Oh, it is an envelope of dust, but at least there's enough dust that I can get a pinch. In all fairness to M.I. Gardener, it looked like I had used those before. I must not have been very successful at it, but I don't want to judge by 2024 because I had a wonderful seed starting experience and then had a health issue that put me in the hospital 6 different times between May and September for chemo, 7 days at a time. And you know, have to be fair, right? It was my fault that things didn't proceed well from there because I wasn't able. So Oregano thyme. See if we can get that started. And this is going to be a better year for sure. And this is a Dollar Tree thyme pack. It says container variety. Not planning on keeping it in the container, but I might have a little kitchen garden or something with some herbs on the counter. We'll see. We will see. Okay. I'm going to pat those down so they get good contact with the soil. And we have half of our 72 cell tray done. Okay. Halfway there. Oh, let's see. Got another label already made for some sage. This is an M.I. Gardener pack that says broadleaf sage. One year I had a packet that was mislabeled and I thought I was getting sage and what grew was arugula. It was something. Okay, I see these sage seeds are like little round balls. See how they'll roll around on my hand? So I'll put 3 or 4. 2, 3 into 2 cells each. And depth says, goodness, my eyes are bad, 1/4 inch. And the print is small. Okay. So I will spread those out a little bit in each cell. Okay, and press down a little for good contact. All right, I'm going to make a few more labels. Okay, I had quite a few different herbs that were just real tiny seeds. I did St. John's Wort, Stevia, Tarragon, the toothache plant. I'm excited to try to grow that. Say if you chew on it when you have a toothache, it has some numbing effect. That'll be interesting. Stinging nettle. I know that that's like a weed, but I'm afraid of my identification and harvesting skills, so I bought some seed to try that and know for sure that's what it was. Culantro, so that's a hotter loving variety, supposed to be similar to cilantro. I love cilantro, but we have such hot weather here, it's grows for such a short period of time. So I'm going to try the Culantro. I had trouble finding those seeds and ended up having to order them off Amazon. Borage, Chervil, and now this is M.I. Gardner bronze leaf fennel. That's the non-bulbing, like it's just meant to be the herb part. These seeds are the first one I've gotten to that were kind of larger seeds, and I just wanted to show those to you. It's a decent size, kind of oval seed. Again, it's a non-bulbing fennel to use as an herb. 2, 3, 1, 2. Uh-oh, dropped one, another cell. I think I scooched it over. You can see how easy it is to mix them up. Okay, and that one said 1/2 inch. So I'm going to poke those down a little bit with my chopstick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Go to Marshmallow. Seeds. Marshmallow from M.I. Gardner. Oh, back to the teeny tinies again. Not dust-like, but at least it's big enough that I can pick up a good pinch. Okay. Got some Burdock seed from Berlin Seeds. Burdock. Oh, came with its own little plant marker as well. Those are a decent size seed. Pretty decent size on those. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sesame, black sesame seeds. That'll be interesting. Black sesame from M.I. Gardner. Ooh, that needle. Little like sesame seeds. Okay. Right. And then I had 2 packages of summer savory. One from M.I. Gardner and one from Berlin Seeds. So I'm going to do 2 cells. Let me pat down my sesame for good contact. And my burdock. Okay. So summer savory M.I. Gardner first. Oh, they're little tiny ones again. Go. And summer savory from Berlin Seeds. That leaves me with 1 6-pack. What am I going to do with that 1 6-pack? Oh goodness, an envelope within an envelope. That's scary, but it did come with a marker. Summer savory. Okay. Couple left in there, but I'm not mad at that because it just gives me some to look at. Now, I happen to have some Moringa seeds. Do I want to do a whole 6-pack of Moringa? Like, it's supposed to be a fabulous health benefit thing. Like crazy high percentages of different vitamins and minerals in it. But it grows like a bush or a tree. And I'm thinking, I don't want 6 of those. But, oh my. Okay, now I remember. This is the one where there's an outer shell. This might be a process. See how it's kind of, that's one seed, but it's kind of triangular shaped and it has an outer shell. I'm supposed to peel it like a peanut. Yeah, my nail does go through it. So let's see if I can peel this thing. I had forgotten that this was the deal. And was I supposed to soak it? Let me see. Okay, so on the inside is the actual seed. Let's see what their directions say. Start indoors 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. We're talking about the harvest. Okay, scientifically known as Moringa. So I don't have to guess at some of these. The print is tiny. Oleifera is a remarkable nutrient-packed plant, often referred to as the miracle tree or drumstick tree. Native to tropical regions, every part of the moringa tree is rich in essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Tender leaves and pods are a valuable source of nutrition, offering vitamins A, C, and E, calcium, potassium, and protein. Moringa is celebrated for its potential health benefits, including immune support, anti-inflammatory properties, and its role in combating nutrition. I get it. It's used in teas, smoothies, and a variety of culinary dishes, but it does not say anything about special processing. Yes, it does. Sow 1 inch deep and soak seed for 24 hours before planting. So, looks like I'll be peeling these and soaking them overnight and then putting them in their little cell tomorrow. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Do I have 6 seeds? I do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like I have about 10. Oh well, and the package says I should have had 10. Sometimes they give you more than that. All right, so I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to peel my 246 Moringa seeds, soak them overnight, and then I will actually put them in those little cells tomorrow. Unless I decide to put something else in this six pack, I'll look over there and see if herbally I feel like I should put something else in, but probably not. I'll just go ahead and leave that one cell blank, finish out the rest of them. Okay, so how do I do that? Let me see. I'm going to scoop my moringa over here and deal with it separately. I'll get back to you on that. So now that these are in their trays, take a little bit of vermiculite and sprinkle it over all except the last one here. Again, it's just a very light sprinkling. Helps to hold some moisture. And really, when I use my spray bottle, it also helps to keep any of my little seeds that are already in here from being blown away by just the air pressure coming out of the spray bottle as well. I think I had a problem with that with winter sowing. When I would try to water in the top, I would displace a lot of the seeds, I believe. So let me, again, I'm leaving my moringa one blank for now. Spritz the top. Remember, the soil was pre-moistened, but it's, not wet by any means. It's damp, but not wet. Arms get tired. going to go ahead and dampen this soil again on top, even though I know it doesn't have anything in it yet. Don't ever want your soil to dry out when you're working with seeds. Got to get the best germination rate you can get. Okay, got that done. Get my humidity dome out from the bottom, very skillfully. And I shall go ahead and cover this. Put it on my heat mat with the grow light and show you what that looks like. Okay, this is my little grow setup. So here's the 72 tray we did today with all the herbs in it. You can see in there, it is on a heat mat, okay, with the humidity dome, and you don't see any condensation yet. It hadn't been here long enough. This is the one I did 2 days ago. It has mostly greens, lettuces. It does have some dill in it. But nonetheless, I don't know if you can see the condensation, but it's already growing. I was so excited. That looked the little bok choy. 48 hours and it's already, you can see the condensation there, keeping you from seeing in. Very good. But just, I couldn't be happier. So excited. Got some potatoes chitting down here, just sitting. But I did see that it's working, just organic potatoes from the grocery store. I bought big Idaho potatoes this year, which normally I buy kind of smaller ones. And I was thinking, that's probably not smart, but it's already starting to sprout too. So maybe it is okay. I was just thinking the genetics of the bigger potato, would it yield bigger potatoes? I have no clue. Okay. All right, time to check on the Moringa. The seeds, so here's all the little husks that I peeled off. It was like an outer skin, triangular shaped. And then here's what was on the inside. So you can see they were more round and a light color, a total of 5. They were all first floating, and then after being in water for 24 hours, now I see they're all on the bottom. And I've heard that was a test for good seed before for different vegetables, that if the floaters would be not viable, the ones that sink to the bottom are the good seed. So we'll find out. The directions say to plant 1 inch deep. So I will put 1 seed in each of my 6 little cells here and press them in the center. Come on, buddy, get to the center. About 1 inch down. And I will cover them with a little dirt since it said 1 inch. And then I will put vermiculite over the top like I did with all the other cells in this tray. I would expect those to have a longer germination, but that's why I like to separate all my 6 packs so I can move them around and separate as a certain type of plant germinates, and spritz them and get them back under the lights. I appreciate you hanging out with me. That's everything I was able to accomplish for January for my garden. How about you? What'd you do? And was there anything that I missed that you think I missed, especially for upstate South Carolina? Please let me know, because I'm hoping to improve. Thank you. And until next time, blessings. I pray many blessings for you all. Bye-bye.